Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Canal Algérie Midnight News, and these are our top stories. The President of the Republic, Ahmed Tebboune, chaired a meeting of the Council of Ministers on Sunday, dedicated to examine a draft law on technical constitutional amendment and 2 draft organic laws relating to the electoral system and political parties. The Algerian Export Product Fair in Tamanrasset, a major economic event that allows national products to conquer African markets. Social tension grows in Morocco over poverty and basic services. Moroccan Healthcare Union have announced a new program of protest against government inaction. Welcome back. The Council of Ministers met on Sunday under the chairmanship of the President of the Republic, Ahmed Tebboune, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Minister of National Defense. The meeting focused on examination of draft law proposing a technical amendment to the constitutional, along with 2 draft organic laws concerning the electoral system and political parties. Ministers also reviewed a presentation on compensation for transport costs in the economic sector. The Council approved an amendment to the draft organic law on political parties. The President of the Republic welcomed the move, praising the political class for what he described as a major step in support of democracy in Algeria. The President also ordered the postponement of the proposed technical constitutional amendment, calling for further review to safeguard the gains achieved, particularly in the role of independent National Electoral Authority. In economic news, the Algerian Export Trade Fair continues this Sunday in Tamanrasset in the south of Algeria. This major economic event reflects the country's new direction aimed at diversifying the national economy, particularly through the conquest of African markets. Rani al-Bahri.
Simple walk through the different stands at the trade fair shows the great variety of national products. Dozens of businesses, industrial companies and artisans are here with one clear goal: to enter African markets. In the areas dedicated to food and agricultural products, companies from several provinces present products that are ready for export. These products are made to meet the needs of Sahel and Central African markets. This trade fair illustrates our ability to offer competitive local agricultural products that combine quality and expertise with real export potential. We are here to begin the initial steps of exporting to African markets. The export of Algerian products is growing from Tamanrasset. The trade fair creates direct contacts and builds bridges between the north and the south of the continent. Thanks to a strategic location at the gateway to sub-Saharan Africa and state support, particularly for transport to the southern provinces with discounts of up to 50%, Tamanrasset is supposed to become a true commercial hub from which Algerian products can be shipped to other African countries. The organization of this event, a few months after the Intra-African Trade Fair, reflects the genuine commitment of the highest authorities to continue efforts aimed at strengthening the national economy, notably by directing national products towards African markets.
21 Arab and Muslim countries, including Algeria, have firmly rejected the Zionist entity's recognition of Somaliland as an independent state, warning that this move threatens the peace and security in the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea region and violates the international law and the UN Charter. The joint condemnation notably excluded Morocco, which, due to its normalization stance, once again refrained from joining unified Arab position, effectively failing to denounce action as undermining the territorial integrity of Arab states. And the UN Security Council, for its part, fearing serious consequences, will convene an emergency session this Monday following Israel's controversial recognition of Somaliland. And in Morocco, social unrest remains strong. Moroccans, increasingly confronted with precarious living conditions and poverty, particularly in rural areas, continue to demand their rights to health care and education, legitimate demands that the Mersin regime continues to ignore. Rani al-Bahri.
The deaths of 8 pregnant women in a regional hospital in Agadir have caused strong anger across Morocco. This tragic event shows a deep crisis in the country's healthcare system. Many public hospitals don't have enough doctors, nurses, or medical equipment. Because of this, patients are left without proper care and protection. The man is critically ill and they ask him to leave the hospital. Moroccan healthcare unions have announced a new program of protests and demands against the government's inaction, its inability to implement structural healthcare reforms. It's a mafia. I'm not asking for anything. I'm demanding my rights. They destroy our homes and tell us to file a complaint. They throw us out into the street. A deep crisis grips the public health system. Serious failures in hospitals, such as in Agadir, reveal sector in distress and unable to provide adequate care. Protests are held every Thursday with a national general strike planned for January 29th.
And in the Middle East, the situation in Gaza remains extremely fragile since the ceasefire took effect on the 10th of October 2025. The Zionist entity has reportedly violated it nearly 1,000 times. Air and artillery strikes continue across the enclave, with warships also firing on Gaza City western coast. Alongside ongoing military aggression, Gaza faces a severe humanitarian crisis as authorities says air deliveries are being systematically obstructed and only 42% of basic needs are being met, causing acute shortage of food, medicine, water and fuel. That was it for the Midnight News. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching us. Stay tuned on Canal Algérie. Bye for now.